And the Dobrinic Channel is back, and today we are talking about the California rains that have recently fallen, more to come, and I have everything you need to know, and we are going to start right out at windy.com like we always do. We're getting right out to it. The next 12 hours, look at this, 2.48 inches on top of all the rain that has already fallen. Down here close to Lake Folsom, 2.18, all the way over to South Tahoe, 1.43, down here to Groveland, you have 1.28, Mammoth Lakes over here, 0.62. We go up towards Shasta up here, 1.65 inches of precipitation that is predicted to come. This is the European, the GFS shows a little less, 1.19 over here, 1.89, and South Lake Tahoe close to 2 inches, 1.5 to 2 inch mark here. And we go to the HER model. I want to show you this. We go to the next 48 hours, and this thing really lights up for the next 48 hours. You're talking almost a foot the HER model's calling for. Now, I hardly ever use this model because the GFS and that are not agreeing at all with that. They're saying about half that. So the HER model is way different, and the European model is calling for 4.58. So it's not being as aggressive as the HER model over the next 48 hours. So it's a crapshoot. It could be anywhere between 12 and 6 inches of precipitation. I don't know which one will win out. The HER model seems to be fairly accurate most of the time, but it's all short range. But the European and GFS never seem to get along as far as totals go, as I've learned throughout the years. But we'll go back to the European for now and just say the next 5 days is going to be fairly wet. 4.6 to 6 inches of precipitation to 7. And how much of this is new snow? Not that much. See, there's just not a whole lot. And there's more snow from South Lake Tahoe, 42.8, down towards Yosemite Valley to the east of there, 62 inches. And a lot of this is going to be heavy, wet snow because it's going to be rain cooled. So we're not getting a lot of precipitation in the next 5 days for snow, but we are getting a decent amount of rain in the next 5 days. 6 inches is nothing to mess around with. 7 inches, that's quite a bit in the next 5 days. Volcano over here, 6.64. Yosemite Valley 6.13. So we'll be watching this. Lake Shasta is not going to get in on this big storm like initially thought. They're still going to get about 3 inches of precipitation, not a whole lot in the next 5. We go to the next 10, and boom. You're talking a massive amount of precipitation yet. 13.45. You got another 15 inches coming to Lake Oroville. How much of this is new snow? Did it increase? Not really. Right in the same spot. 15.29 new snow, 25 inches. Not a whole lot, really. So that's incredible. That's a lot of precipitation, and the outflows right now are staggering. I want to show you those coming up. Thanks, Big Dog, for the tip, telling me what the CFS is. I'm getting ready to show you. Much appreciated. Sacramento, look at this. 7 inches in the next 10 days. According to the European, we go to GFS, 5.3. So it's still a lot of precipitation either way. Between 5 and 7, that's a decent swath of precipitation, and it's spilling over to Nevada, Eureka, even Las Vegas, St. George. Kanab's getting in, Page is getting in, Green River over here. You can see that all this is going to, tomorrow I'm going to do a Lake Mead update before it gets too early, but 15.73 is nothing to play around with. That is insane. Huge amounts of precipitation. We already had 5 to 7 inches in the valley here, and let's go see what has fallen since then. I'm going to go the last 24 hours on the 72-hour accumulation map. As we roll up here to Lake Oroville, you can see the western branch here, 4.21, and remember the other night we had 7 inches in about this location, so between that and this, you're talking about over 11 inches that has already fallen, with the possibility of 15 more inches possibly coming to the area. That is an insane amount of precipitation. You have 3.90 over here. In this valley, you had 2.68, so not a whole lot there is in comparison, but 307, that's a big swath all the way from Paradise all the way up here, 3.3. That's a whole bunch of rain, so definitely going to be watching this with possibly anywhere between 7 and 15 more inches coming. The lake's going to increase. Y'all wished for more rain? Well, you're getting what you wish for. Be careful what you ask for. Sometimes you get what you ask for. Come up here to Lake Shasta up here. They received Mount Shasta up here, 2.06. I want to go over to Trinity. We haven't done Trinity for a while. 2.8. We got friends over in Eureka, Crescent City. Let's see what is going on in Eureka. 0.92, not as much. That's fantastic. Crescent City, not as much. 0.98. So we'll be watching this to see what ultimately happens. We scoot down. It's not as much down here, 1 inch. We go to our friends in Bakersfield, and you've been dry the last 24 hours. No precipitation in Bakersfield, no precipitation in Death Valley, and no precipitation in Vegas. So, and there you have that. We are going to check the tropical tidbits to see how many more storms are predicted to come through in the next 16 days. As we start rolling through, you can see the low pressure will be here in 6 hours. We go to the 12-hour. More rain falling. We go to the 18-hour. Another low's coming through there. We go to the 24-hour. Big time rains at Lake Oroville in 24 hours. We go to the 30-hour. You can see it's still raining there. That's starting to make its way through. We go 42 hours. You can see it's in Nevada, and it scoots along. 48, 54. California starts to dry a bit. 60. We go to 72. You can see the next storm on the horizon. 78 hours, more rain is falling. 84, 96. You got another one coming through at 126. 126, here comes your next one. 132, 138. Another big storm has hit in California. 150, 156. It's raining still raining. 168, still raining, not as heavily. 174, 180, still raining. 186. Another one's getting ready to hit. 192, 198. This low made it more up towards Seattle. We go to the 204-hour. 210, 216. Here comes some more for Northern California. 222, 228. So you can see that California is starting to dry after the next 200 hours, so it appears. But here comes another system right here. We'll see what that does. That one's not as strong, but here comes another one right there. Boom. We're at the 336-hour mark, and here comes another one after that. So 366, another low pressure forms here. It's going to be very wet in Northern California, not as much in Southern California. It will be some rain in Southern California, but not near as much as initially predicted. Let's go back to windy.com and see what's going on there. The next 10 days, it's not as aggressive down here as it was last night. For my friends in Bakersfield, 3.1. Just as the models show, a lot of the precipitation to the north, we go to the GFS, and they're echoing the same measure. So the Pineapple Express will be hitting more Northern California than Southern California, although Southern California will get some rain. So this is fantastic news. And for the snow, for you snow lovers, not a whole lot of snow. They were predicting a lot more snow yesterday, not so much today. So we'll continue to watch this, although I will not be here on New Year's Day. I got plans with the family, so I'll try to get back tomorrow early with this. Let's go check Lake Oroville out next. Here we are at the hourly data, and this is the last several days. You can see that the outflows are still zero, but check out your inflows. It started at 10,336, and 211 inches of precipitation has fallen. Remember, we started, it was 909 before this storm hit a few days ago. Since then, at the dam doesn't get near as much rain as these valleys do. 13.07, and check out your inflows currently, 34,052, and the lake has come up from 684.71 to 687.27. Now the lake is shaped like a V, and it will not rise as fast as it gets higher. It will fall quicker, but it won't rise as quick because it's shaped like a V. It's more area to fulfill. So that is what's going on there. You can see that they got 13 inches of precipitation. Let's go check out the chart in general here. You can see it's climbing 3.08. It's a pretty significant rise in the last 24 hours. 686.81 feet MSL. Friday, December 30th, 2022, 3 p.m. The level is 213.19 feet below full pool of 900. And you can see that's even come up since then because that was the 3 o'clock hour reading. It's currently 687.27 feet. So that's what your current water level is at Lake Oroville. Let's roll over to Mount Shasta next. Now here's Mount Shasta's inflows and outflows. I finally found them. Your current outflows are 2,359, but check out your inflows. This is a lot for Lake Shasta. 18,925 are your inflows. inflows. 2,359 are your outflows. This is the highest that I think I've ever seen it in quite a long time. 6,007. If you can see, it fluctuates quite a bit there, but 18,000 is a big bump, so they must have got in on the action as Lake Oroville did as well. Let's roll to Lake Shasta's graph and see what's going on. Lake Shasta's water level is currently 924.96 feet MSL. Friday, December 30th, 2022 at 4 p.m. The level is 142.04 feet below full pool of 1,067. We come over here and we show you that the lake has increased quite a bit, 0.97 feet in the last 24 hours, so it is rising pretty good, and we will go check your inflows versus your outflows next. Lake Folsom is starting to rise. They haven't got the inflows and outflows in yet for the 4 o'clock hour. However, the lake is currently at 393.31 feet, and your outflows are 7,712. Your inflows are 14,433, so you can see the lake is starting to increase. The water level at Lake Folsom is currently 393.31 feet MSL, December 30th, 2022 at 4 p.m. The level is 72.96 feet below full pool of 466. Changes since yesterday, 0.18, and that is all I have for tonight. We will be talking about Lake Mead and Lake Powell tomorrow morning, and then I will be off the rest of the year after that. So if you don't see me before then, you guys have a great New Year's. If not, I'll see you tomorrow on the Lake Mead update, and we'll see you on the next one. God bless.